Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me once again. And I am an independent conservative. Yeah, so much crazy stuff going on, man. You know, you got to be willing to grow. You know, I'm going to always be conservative in my worldviews, but I think there's more, that's deeper than just politics, rather. I think it has to do with your worldviews and what it is that you embrace and what it is that you value more so than political aspects. But at any rate, that's not what I want to talk about here. Well, I do want to talk about that. It is political. What I'm about to talk about is political because politicians are involved in it. And as the title says, what is going on here with this UFO thing, right? Now we can try to act like this doesn't exist. We can try to brush it aside and say this is not real. But what is going on here? Now, this is not the channel where I normally discuss these type of things because I personally believe that there is a spiritual demonic agenda going on here, and I won't go into the detail of it here. I may do that on my Christian channel, which is called Bible Perspective. Okay, and you can go to that channel and subscribe to that channel. That deals more or less with dealing with current events from a biblical point of view. But I'm addressing it in this channel, this issue of the UFO or the UAP. Now it's called UAP, which is unidentified aerial phenomena now. It's now called UAP. It's because I want to deal with it on this channel because politicians are coming out. People are coming out in Congress, congressional committees, and confessing that essentially the American military have basically material of these UFOs or UAPs and are back engineering them. In other words, they're taking material from these crashed UFO objects, if you will, spaceships, if you will, and creating advanced technology with it. Okay. Now that may sound far-fetched, that may sound crazy, but the fact of the matter is I've been studying this for quite some time. I've been reading up on the UFO phenomena for quite some time. Like I said, I believe it's spiritual. I believe it's demonic, but I believe it's spiritual and demonic. It's spiritual and demonic that manifests in the physical realm. I don't believe in aliens the way the secular world believes in them. I do believe that there are entities or interdimensional beings, but I believe that these interdimensional beings are fallen angels. I believe they're fallen. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the detail of it here, but I believe they're fallen angels manifesting as aliens in order to create a massive, massive deception that will blow your mind. Everything that we've been seeing, everything that we've been witnessing with geopolitics and all the rest with Iran and all this type of stuff is going to all cumulate into this UFO invasion, if you will. Okay. Now I know that sounds far-fetched, but there's more to it than meets the eye. And my question inevitably is on this channel is what is going on? I want people to think about this for a moment because something is going on that's darker than anything we could possibly conceive. Okay. Here we had J.D. Vance not too long ago, a few weeks ago, in an interview talking about confessing basically that UFOs, these aliens, are actually demonic. And I forget someone else was saying that a military man came to him, dressed in full military garb, came to him and stated that we have the United States military, and I'm paraphrasing his words, is involved in a breeding program with human beings and these aliens. What's going on here? Now, do I personally believe that? Yes, I do. I do. And I'm not going to go into, like I said, I'm not going to go into the detail of it here. But I do personally believe that, and I've been reading up on that for quite some time. You guys, if you would like, you can subscribe to a man by the name of L.A. Marzulli. If you haven't, if you probably never heard of him, but yeah, he's a Christian researcher. He's a Christian, born again Christian researcher. He looks at everything from a biblical perspective, as I do, when it comes to those subjects. And he's been doing this. He's been researching this phenomena, deep diving into this phenomena for at least 30-something years. I have a decent amount of his films. I have several of his books, a decent amount of his films. I've been following him for quite some time, and his arguments and his presence. He's boots on the ground. This guy's boots on the ground. He interviewed hundreds, maybe perhaps thousands of people who have claimed to have been abducted, who have seen these UFOs, UAPs, down through the years. It gets deep. Excuse me for that. But inevitably the question is, why is the government doing this? I wonder that, why is the government and people in government rather coming out and saying this? Why are they doing this? I mean, think about, I don't know if some of you guys know about this, but there's a movie coming in June by the legendary director Steven Spielberg coming out, and guess what the title of the movie is? Disclosure Day. And just recently, I mean, I'm hearing of stories on TikTok. I'm hearing of stories here in the city of Cleveland right now. People are supposedly seeing unidentified flying objects or UAPs in the sky. This happened several weeks ago. What's going on here? Now, some have argued in the comment section that those are weather balloons. They could be weather balloons. I don't know. Okay. But if they're weather balloons, why now? And why is there such a surge of this UAP phenomena right now? And then consequently, we have a movie coming out in June called Disclosure Day. We have to think, we have to really look at this, man. What is going on here? What is going on here? What is even President Trump is aware of this. And here's something else. Former President Obama, some of you probably know about it. Former President Obama. He even confessed to it. And here's the crazy thing about what he said. So Obama says that, I think he said something along the line of he believes in UFOs. Or he said something about the UFO. I cannot remember. I should have looked it back up, people. My apologies. I know he said something about the UFOs, and he wasn't supposed to say it. So President Trump basically rebuked him for it. In an interview, President Trump was like, that's classified information. Obama wasn't supposed to say that. What's going on here, man? Why is all these politicians coming out? And then, like I said, there was a congressional subcommittee of several individuals were being interviewed, and they were talking about material that the military and the government had that was from UAPs and so forth, and they were back engineering them and this type of stuff. And this happened before as well. In 2017, there was an interview. In 2017, Fox News talked about it. A lot of people could say, oh, this is just a right-wing conspiracy theory. Okay, if it's a right-wing conspiracy theory, then why people like liberals like Obama is talking about it? Okay, I mean, come on now. Something's going on. It isn't a right-wing conspiracy. Forget what this, and here's the thing. Somebody would say, well, this is nothing more than the government trying to distract us. Now, is that a possibility? Yes, it could be a possibility that the government is trying to distract us with the UFO phenomena, right? With this whole UFO thing. But the problem with that theory, with that worldview, is if that's the case, they've been trying to distract us ever since 1947 with the Roswell situation when it first occurred. Oh, they were trying to distract us. They've been trying to do it for a long time, and it's been working. And then the question is, distract us in what way? What are they trying to do? Okay, like what? Putting certain laws in place? Is that it? Are they willing to go through such extremes, such as fake an alien invasion or fake this idea about aliens in order to distract the public so that they can implement something that's nefarious and dark? Let me tell you something. This whole UFO phenomena, when you really start studying it and reading it, it's darker than anything that the government could come up with in terms of distracting us. So I don't personally believe it's a distraction. It's a possibility distraction. Is it a possibility? Yes, but I don't personally believe that. All these people that are being interviewed, that are saying they're being abducted, put on these ships, all kinds of horrible, like I said, I'm not going to go into the detail of it here, all kinds of horrible things and experiments being conducted on them by these alien grays, these reptilian entities. What's going on here? Is this... See, here's the thing. I asked this question. Is it a conspiracy? Yes, it is a conspiracy. But I don't believe it's a theory. There's a difference between a conspiracy theory and an actual conspiracy. A conspiracy theory is an idea, it's a concept. It hasn't been proven yet, but it is this conspiracy that there is that the United States government and other governments are in cahoots with interdimensional beings, or what the secular world call aliens, or our space brothers, if you will, and they're receiving highly advanced technology from these entities, from these quote unquote aliens. They're receiving this highly advanced technology from them in exchange for something else, for human beings to conduct a breeding program. Okay. Now, you hear that and you're like, oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, right? But in order to be able to vet that, you'd have to say, okay, all these thousands of people that's been abducted are crazy, are loons. The problem with that theory is that many of these people that have been abducted, many of these people that claim they have had these horrible experiments done to them, aren't quack jobs. They don't look like quack jobs. Some of these people are school teachers. Some of these people are highly advanced. Some of these people are highly intelligent. Man, I could go all day with this. But the point is this. It's not a conspiracy theory anymore. It is a conspiracy in the sense that there are other people, celebrities, military agents, government agents that are involved in this. That's what a conspiracy is. A conspiracy is when a bunch of people get together in order to conduct some type of a nefarious act or whatever. You know, you get a bunch of bank robbers, a bunch of people come together to rob a bank. Okay. And, that's a conspiracy. It's hidden from the public. Most people don't know about it, but except these individuals that have gotten together secretly and their objective is to rob the bank. That's a conspiracy. Now, somebody on the outside may say, they may hear about it and say, well, that's just a theory, man. I don't see any evidence of it. Okay. And then when it happens, it's no longer a theory. It's actually factual. These people in the background were conducting some type of act to rob the bank. Now they have robbed the bank. Now it's manifest. Now it's reality. It's the same principle. What was considered to be a conspiracy theory from alt-right people, this is the silliest thing. I hate with this alt-right and alt-left stuff. It's bigger than that now. I'm starting to understand it. It is, to be honest with you, I always knew that, but I didn't want to bust anyone's bubble. But it's bigger than the right and the left. It's bigger than Democrat and Republican, man. I'm telling you. Now they feel that there ain't no alt-right conspiracy theory. This thing is real. And it's getting harder and harder and harder. It's getting more and more intense. I believe, and I'm going to shut down after this. I'm going to go ahead and close it. But I believe we better be prepared. Something is about to take place. There's going to be a massive, massive manifestation that's going to take place. That's going to blow people's minds. And when that happens, they have to make a decision. Do they believe these are are benevolent beings from outer space, from Ritter Reticula or whatever, from another galaxy that come to help us and help us stop wars and all this, like in the Twilight Zone episodes or whatever? Or are these evil fallen angel beings, nefarious interdimensional beings whose purpose is to enslave us, not free us? I believe the second part. They're not good guys. Okay? They're not good guys. And one of the reasons why I don't believe they're not good guys is because of all the interviews with many of these people who were abducted by these things and had horrible experiences conducted on them, state that whenever they would, and I know this gets into the spiritual realm, but it is what it is, state that whenever they would, quote, speak the name of Jesus, these entities would just leave them alone. Now, if these were just our space brothers and they're benevolent and our space brothers, then why do they fear the name of Jesus? That's number one. Number two, if they're benevolent and good, why are they conducting horrible, painful, sometimes life-altering and life-threatening experiments on human beings? You kidnap them, you take them against their will, that's benevolent. You insert things in them, that's benevolent. Really? Stop it. They're not benevolent. There's something going on here. There's something very, very, very dark going on. And we better be prepared. I don't know about nobody else, but I know I am. I'm prepared because God has helped me to be prepared. I'm prepared because I've been reading up on this for the last, I don't know how many years, actually, like last 10, 15 years at least. Just saying, man. Just saying, I think it's deeper than a conspiracy theory, and I think it's deeper than, and I think that rather that the government is involved, and I don't think this is a distraction to keep our mind off the Epstein files and our mind off the war in Iran. It's much deeper than that. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to what's coming. That's nothing compared to the UFO/UAP phenomena. That's nothing. All of that's going to culminate into a greater vision that's being pushed. But anyway, that's my view on it. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.